12 matches to decide the Solheim Cup. On a beautiful day here in Toledo, Ohio, the Inverness Club. That's the setting, back on American soil, and the Americans looking to take the cup back. It was won by the Europeans back in 2019 at Glen Eagles. And yes, we do have some European fans here in full voice alongside their American counterparts. We got more European fans today.
Overnight flights.
What?
Overnight flights.
Just changed costumes inside. Terry Gannon, Judy Rankin with you, and here's the lineup and the matchups today. It kicks off with a beauty. Lexi Thompson against Anna Nordquist. We'll talk more about their history together. Allie Ewing, Sagstrom. How about Kupcho and McGuire? The two rookies have been sensational. And eventually you get down to Danielle Kang, Emily Pedersen, teeing off at 1:55 Eastern Time, the anchor match. So if something jumps out there to you, Jude, you can jump in.
Okay.
All right, let's talk big picture. It's a 9-7 lead for Europe, but on two other occasions they've had a 9-7 lead, including one of the years when you were a captain and the Americans came back to win those. I don't know if they're talking about that in the team room, but certainly they believe they're right there in it after what they did yesterday.
I think what happens in the team room is each captain is telling players collectively and players individually, just do your job. If you go win your point, that's all you can do, and if everybody does their job, we're going to finish this off well.
What to look for early in terms of if you're a captain here? You can talk about your mindset of winning matches early.
Well, I think the one who needs to win a couple early is actually Pat Hurst. There's no doubt about that. She's down. She needs to get to that tied, that all-square place on the leaderboards where her players can start seeing where they can turn these matches around.
Gotcha. Out there for the first one. One day remains, individuals and teams meeting the moment on the game's biggest stage. The will to win is important, but the will to prepare is what can truly set you apart. When you've spent a lifetime dreaming about a chance like this, idolizing the heroes of the sport, visualizing the impact you could have, imagining the legacy you could leave, and you finally find yourself knocking at history's door, you do whatever it takes to turn dreams into reality.
Our time. Our time. Our time. Our time. Our time is now.
Success is where preparation and opportunity meet, and there's no time to fight like the present. For the Americans, this is about redemption. It was quite a Sunday comeback for them, while the Europeans remained steady all weekend, still riding high from one of the most incredible finishes we've ever seen.
It's us. It's us. It's us. It's us. It's us against them.
This is a chance to make history, embrace history, and celebrate history. This is more than golf. This is for team, for country, for the cup, the Solheim Cup. NBC Sports is proud to present a premier international golf competition. From Inverness Club in Toledo, Ohio, it's final day coverage of the 17th Solheim Cup. 1990 is when it kicked off, the U.S. with a 10-6 record in the Solheim Cup through the years, but Europe has won 3 of the last 5. Judy and I, Tom, there's your lineup. And we're ready.
that first match out, the Thompson-Norquist could set the trend.
Thank you.
It's quite unusual that players would sign autographs during a match.
Keep up the good work.
Jessica doing so. Go to the green at the 7th, and Lizette Salas has a par putt here to win the hole. Par is a good score usually at 7. We've seen a couple of birdies here, but not too many.
The hole is played shorter this week than I would have imagined when I first looked at it. But even playing short, it's a very, very hard hole. You see the top of the flag as you play your second shot, and you have a green that's sloped very severely from the back to the front.
What about the US trying to get back in and put some red on the board? This would do it. Oh. Might not be conceded. She gave it.
Hole is tied with 5.
But Lizette's got to take care of those. If the US is going to win the Solheim Cup, they've got to start taking those advantages when they come. And we'll go to the tee at the 13th, the par 5. And Alexa Thompson is back there on the tee.
Yeah, Nana looked like she hit another beauty. Let's see. It's just such a tough fairway to get the ball into where she hits it. But if she does, it's going to be easy to get home into.
So a lot of the holes run back and forth here on the back 9. We're close together, so we're going to hear roars like that quite a bit over the course of these matches as they play out, and it's one of the reasons they wanted to bring the Solheim Cup here. That was down. Caught the back of the bunker. It did.
Yeah, 3-shotter from there.
Let's go, Lexi. You got this.
So 11 green is close by. This was the roar that you heard. Ali Ewing to tie the hole. But all important. That was dropped in the back with Madeline Saxon, just one hole in it. Important. Could be all important come the end of the day. It's going Europe's way right now. But as we have seen in Ryder Cups and Solheim Cups, the momentum swings back and forth. The US needs the momentum to swing in their favor pretty soon here.
cheers are louder there than anywhere on the golf course, too. It all kind of comes together. On her pavilion right there in that area, the par 3, back to 10. Jennifer Kupcho left it well short.
Yeah, this is a solid 3-footer.
First one coming back down. There is a ridge right there, but mad at herself because she had an opportunity.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself now. You still have some holes to play.
And she's come back before. We talked about the match plan, the LPGA, but the Augusta National Women's Amateur as well. Meanwhile,
going to need that putter as well. Let me slamming it too hard into the back. Lexi got to deal with the little penalty area. Jerry going over or short of it?
Oh, no, can't get to that. Not in a million years. Just pitching it out down the fairway trying to. It's only about 20 yards ahead of it. Anna's drive.
Okay, so problems there for...
And it's on a pretty steep slope.
Let's go to the final match. And it's Danielle Kang against Emily Pedersen. It's all tied up. And this is Kang's tee shot to the par 3. It's gone left. Nice thing about this whole location today is you can see the holes. You see where it's cut. There was a bunker on the right. And they tucked the bunker behind. They tucked the flag behind the bunker yesterday.
I mean, it's not like you need to play miles left of it either.
No.
You know what I mean? Like anywhere between left edge of the TV tower, basically the right edge of the green. I mean, even if it was over the back line,
Yeah,
like
it is a little bit of
You're Paul Cormick talk.
Well, by what?
No, he's from Aberdeen, Scotland.
yes, correct. Nice and committed.
It's only 183 to the front ring, 196 yards to the hole. Breeze out of the left, maybe a little hurt in it. Slight side of the water, but oh no, not bad at all. This is green light territory for a hybrid in her hands. Yeah, without a bad bounce, this can be good.
Just didn't get a hot forward.
No.
Boy, now we have an interesting shot.
Yes.
They were talking about not minding it going a little bit long. That caught them by surprise. Now on the bottom of the European bags, is that the Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah, those of us who kind of love the guy call him Nessie.
Have you seen him before?
I haven't seen him before, but I have a little image of him at my home from when I took the ferry from Turnberry.
It's uphill, so you're coming in flats, and you're not going to get hit
Little
with as much wind.
So kind of near and dear to my heart.
Just to update you, Turnberry is not on Loch Ness. Yeah.
I should say that.
maybe we can get you a golf bag.
I think you might have seen a whale or a seal. That would
No,
have been...
I didn't say I saw him. I
Okay.
said I bought him.
Now, Lexi.
All righty. Business 183 for Lexi. Haven't seen too many people hit the ball by the hole from this part of the fairway all week long. Just plays so much longer than they think.
Go.
Travel.
Go.
Sniffer to get out.
What a good shot.
So skip forward.
She won't know how good that is until she sees where Anna is.
Anna's got some work to do. Back to the tee at the 5th. You remember Danielle Kang missed the green left. See what Emily can do. Good, just climbing up onto that very short plateau back there. And the green at the 12th.
Madeline Sackstrom, this for birdie to win the hole, Jim.
Yeah, Allie had about 25 feet, tacked it down to about 6 inches. Well, good shot here by Madeline. So to go a little bit to her left. They're still good 2 up. Both players starting to play some really good golf these last 4 or 5 holes. There you
2
go.
up it is. They got a couple of 2-up leads, a 3-up lead, and a 4-up lead included in their blue on the board right now. So it's one thing to see blue on the board, but then you see that number, a multiple, not just one, and starts to get late early. Nelly Corda for birdie.
That was turning right into the hole and just simply quit and straightened up.
Yes, you can.
Georgia Hall still has a birdie putt of about 15 feet. Oh, gave that one a good run. Georgia's, it's a tricky putt, especially when it broke back early, and then at the very end where this hole is cut, broke back to the right.
Yeah.
Georgia should break pretty good right to left, especially off at the beginning, and then maybe straighten up just a touch at the end.
Speaking of birdies, birdie leaders on the LPGA Tour. How about Georgia Hall? Number 1, 253. Nelly Korda rounding out the top 5. So 2 of the top names in terms of that stat out on the LPGA Tour going head-to-head today.
There haven't been a whole lot of birdies so far in this match. There have been a couple. It's such a tough golf course.
Yeah, Morgan, and we've talked about it every day, and you're out there right on the scene, but you have a lot of slopes on these greens that are so evident. It's pretty clear what a putt's going to do. And then, you know, you really have to study the little subtle things that are so hard to see, and that's why some of the green reading takes some time.
That is a great putt. Birdie leader for a reason. Putting a dent in that lead. It's a 1-up lead for Nelly Korda now through 10. So they head to the 11th. We remind you, another U.S. team trying to reclaim a trophy on home turf later this month at Whistling Straits in Wisconsin. The Ryder Cup comes your way September 24th through the 26th on NBC, Golf Channel, and Peacock. Out to 13.
And Lexi Thompson has birdie putt coming up. Where did Anna Norquist leave it, Jerry?
About 10 feet left of the hole. Just had no chance of getting it close from down there without playing a big flop shot, which is not her forte. So she played a conservative pitch, ricocheted off the hill, 10 feet left to right, slider for Anna. Lexi not much farther out than that. Hers was a much easier putt, though, up the hill. Just a little tricky. Feels right where she's standing now like you got a little bank coming off the right, turning it left, but at the hole, it looks like it goes back to the right.
See 9-7 Europe. Europe need to get to 14 points to retain the cup because they won it last time around. The US needs 14.5 to win.
While we watch Lexi putt, I don't want to make too much of it, but I will tell you that the Solheim Cup and the attention it has brought to women's golf in Europe has been huge for the LET, the Women's European Tour. Corporately and every other way, these matches are in great part the life of that tour.
The hole.
Give Norquist a chance. And we'll go back over to 5. Check in with that final match. Daniel Kang missing the green left. And this one's really got to go in because Pedersen has a short birdie putt. Try. And that may be all that we see there. And Emily Pedersen is going to go back to 1-up in that match. And we'll go back over to 13. Anna Nordquist to win the hole.
32 in a row. This one downhill slightly and a bit of a slider. Won't be an aggressive effort here.
In par 5s, and they will make a short walk through to the 14th, and we'll go back to the 12th.
Par 3, Leona Maguire first to play.
Yeah, cute little front left hole location with a front tee. This is a wedge.
Just dialed in, Jude.
I tell you, her game peaked at exactly the right week.
Second at the 11th, excuse me, at the 6th.
Georgia's already in the left bunker. This one a very good line.
And good shot.
Wonderful shot.
I think we'll see plenty more of those as the day continues here. The final day of the 17th Solheim Cup. Europe 9-7, 14 points for Europe, 14.5 is the target for the United States. A long way to go.
Salas this at the 8th for birdie to tie. Been on quite a run in the Solheim Cup lately. Has won her last 3 singles matches, 2015, 17, and 19. But one down to Castron, and right now, I mean, we're getting later in the afternoon now, and look at the leads on the board for Europe. 8 of them. They need 5 points. Charlie Hall this for par. Saw that shot in there for Jessica Korda going to break. Yep, okay. Concession. So trying to come back here, and just one down is the older of the 2 Korda sisters. Look at all the blue on the board right now, though, Jude.
Yeah, it has to be pretty disconcerting for the American side, and for those players down near the end, like a Jessica Korda. You really got to work to keep yourself up. Your caddy has to really work at it to keep you up.
Well, with the win by Jessica Korda right there, so you got 5 matches right now that are just 1-up leads for Europe. So they're slim leads, but a 4-up lead for McGuire shows no signs of backing up at all. A 3-up lead for Boutier, 2-up for Saxman. And it's the exact opposite momentum-wise of what you were talking about that was needed for Pat Hurst.
Yep. Yeah. And I would point out what great competitive friends all of these people are on the LPGA Tour.
They know each other very well. McGuire for a birdie to win.
And that would have been to go 5 up with 6 to play. So just remains 4 up.
It's not something you've said often, Kay.
I'm just kind of
just remains 4
shaking
up.
my head,
No.
though, because we're not used to seeing her do that. And a Nordquist checking out the win now. That's on 14.
Basically got 3 behind.
Katrina Matthew out there watching. Got the thoughts from Katrina, Grant?
Yeah, just spoke to her. And when I spoke to her the first tee, she saw the early blue and she said it's very early. And I just said it's getting later, and she said it's still too early. And she is following these first 2 matches, Sagstrom, Ewing, and Nordquist and Lexi, because she thinks these 2 are huge.
I feel like you're going to have a little bit of hurt to start.
Well, these early matches put extreme pressure on the
Well, it's
later
quite a
matches,
full
one way or
I mean,
another.
just because I think when it starts to come left, where you starting?
I don't want to find too far right either. Just right over center.
Yes, that's perfect.
165 is the distance. Breeze kicking up from the right, and it is a back right hole location. Not easy to get to it. This is 7-iron. I don't know if she'll try and just cut it a little bit and hold up into that crosswind. Exactly what she's done, but this is hanging right.
Got a kick, but not forward.
Yeah, well, when you cut it up into the wind, that is going to take a lot off it.
Katrina Matthew by the way, trying to go back to back. Went for the second time.
Usually where between right, left, and then
Denise
social
did it.
help. But I don't think you can really play much help.
Europe did it
Yeah, you
in
think you have
2011,
to land it further that long?
2013.
That cost doesn't look probably right. Probably doesn't hurt me.
It probably doesn't hurt.
About 40.
Yeah.
I like what Nicholas told her, not to play too much help in it. It's 151 yards. 9-iron. That's pull. Riding the wind left of it. It's that trap. Short iron shot, Judy.
Yeah, and trapped means, if you're not familiar with the word, that the way she makes contact with the ball with her hands ahead reduces the loft of the club considerably. And so the shot's lower. It might spin, but it certainly will not hit gently.
This is to win the hole for Nelly Corder at 11. And that takes the world number 1 2 up. She was 2 down early in this match. Georgia Hall won the 4th hole to go 2 up. But Nelly has slowly battled back. And having lost the 10th, she's won the 11th. And it is 2 up. But it is one of only 3 matches right now where the US leads. They need to start turning it around. They need to make more putts like this. Can they do it here in Ohio?
Here at 14, just off the green here. What's the choice for Lexi?
Well, it's another one of those lies in that.
15 feet's a little bit tough once he gets on the green.
In that really sturdy, thick frog hair lying into the green. It's so tough to do a little chip and run out of that. You don't really, on this shot, want to play like a lob-type bunker shot. So she's going with the fairway wood, trying to bump and run it through there. That or the bladed wedge is probably the highest percentage shot.
She does it a little differently. She doesn't get the club up on the toe quite as much as some would.
No, he really wasn't.
How often you practice that shot, Jude?
You know, I would say the professional player practices that a little bit now, but a lot will get the shaft more perpendicular to the ground, where there's less of the club to interfere with grass.
Back at 6, Danielle Kang for par to win the hole. Judy, how about the dynamic in this? Her caddy, Ollie Brett, is Emily Pedersen's boyfriend.
I think that's been the case for some time. Emily has been playing mostly on the LET Tour, but she has been on the LPGA Tour in the past, and her goal is to come back. But Danielle and Ollie, it's funny, this whole arrangement, because Danielle and Ollie are, I think, one of the great love-hate relationships in professional golf.
It's great to listen to when they go, yeah.
They have been together a long time, and they work so well together, and they fight so well together. It's really entertaining. She read it perfectly and never gave it a chance.
So you're saying he's hoping for a tie, otherwise he's either going to be single or unemployed tomorrow.
It's a big day. It's a big day.
Yeah, big day for Ollie. That's true.
There you go. As if we didn't disagree enough already. U.S., Europe. Here they are. We'll try to get some audio as we go along, because it is classic often.
And we should say Ollie is English, amongst other complications.
So he might lose his citizenship as well.
So what's going on here at 14, Jerry?
Well, Lexi has this lengthy par putt to probably tie the hole. Anna Norquist missed her birdie putt, ran it by about 3.5 feet. It'll be putted. Highly doubtful it'll be missed. So this is kind of a clutch moment, is it not, Judy?
I think once you get past the first few holes on Sunday, everything feels like a clutch moment. I mean, you may need those first 3, 4, maybe 6 holes to, get your legs under you, but from then on, not a place to take a breath.
We've heard some roars out here, Terry, but they are way too few for the American side to be gaining in momentum right now. This would be a rather large one.
We just saw that leaderboard where Europe is leading in 8 of the matches. This would be 9. Meanwhile, Pedersen for bogey to tie the hole. Yep, there it is. You're able to tie with a bogey and stay 1 up through 6. Nice putt to win the hole here at 14 for Nordquist.
Yeah, ran it by, knows what it does. Really not a complicated putt. It should be. It's much more than a formality, but it's definitely something she has proven time and time again is not going to be a problem.
Come on, Nelly!
Was unexpected.
Did that go right immediately, or is that a misread?
I don't think it was a misread because she hit it way too firmly. It just, I don't think she hit it on line. I don't think she hit it where she was looking.
She was pointing to the right as if it was surprising, but yeah, it didn't look it with the stroke.
That can rattle you, Judy.
Oh, anytime you miss a 3-footer that doesn't seem like a very hard putt, it rattles you.
Depending on how this match turns out in the end, and these matches turn out at the end of the day, that might be a memorable one.
And Anna is a strong, good short putter.
That's one there. Still tied up. 4 to play. Getting late in that match. It would be a good one. Nelly Korda at 12. This for par to win the hole. So a 2-up lead remains. The world number 1, an Olympic gold medalist. They head to the par 5. Coming down the stretch here on a Monday, a Labor Day at the Solheim Cup. Not decided yet, but advantage Europe. Solheim Cup in Toledo. Got the Ryder Cup in a few weeks in Wisconsin. Great time of the year. Golf. Over to the 12th. Par 3. They get set and back to the 10th. Nana Kurtz-Matson, lanky one here.
5, please.
Had very little of that this week. Movement in the galleries and having to quiet them down.
You know, the American fans way outnumbering any European fans, but boy, they've been great fans. And they have been appreciative for really good European golf.
Yeah, they've been great. You can't get around it. It's a different dynamic without the European fans here because there's no back and forth to happen in the grandstands. In Boutier, so I'm getting ready over here at the par 3 12th.
Yeah, we miss the good-natured craziness of the European fans.
Big lead for Boutier over Mina Harrigan. Get the hop. It's an opening for the U.S. rookie. Fans trying to get things going out there. It's been kind of quiet in the last hour or so.
Mina played great golf yesterday afternoon alongside Yelimi. She may have emotionally worn herself out in that 4-ball match, but there's still time to come back here. Short shot, don't get too greedy, or that left-hand bunker has caught a lot of shots.
Didn't even get it up out of the bunker. So an opportunity she did not take advantage of. Allie Ewing at 14. This for birdie to win the hole, Jim?
It is. She had a wonderful shot. This Ekstrom was short in the bunker. This ought to go a little bit to her left. And I'm telling you, I've watched this young lady putt for a long time. And it's the best I've seen her putt. I don't know about ever, but top 3. She's made some crucial putts, but this is a big one as well to tie the match. Misread, yep.
It goes right.
First match has reached the 15th. This is the second for Nordqvist.
Wind in from the left. That a 6-iron down the hill on a really, really good line if it's a number.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. How about that? If you're going to go past the hole, you can handle it when it's that far by. Good shot there. Talked about the European fans not being here, but still Anna's family is in the spirit.
Anna, Nordqvist, Anna, Anna, ole, ole.
Tom, I've got the words down.
You got it now.
To that, yeah.
Terry thinks they need to expand their vocabulary just a little bit, but you can see why we miss them.
I'm going to have that in my head the rest of the afternoon, too.
Yeah, I like it.
Lexi's second.
146 for Lexi, also a bit of a side hill lie. No signal from Nicholas, should be an 8-iron.
The right to left shot. The ball is just above her feet. She's got to hang on to this one.
She did that. Looks like plenty of club. It's a good line, just right of the hole.
Beautiful shot.
Equally as good. Should be 2 threes. And this is what we expected from a match between two players with vast experience in the Solheim Cup and history playing in singles. And a short distance away at the 9th, Saganda had a good try for birdie. It just slipped out. Now Altomare to win the hole needs it. So 1 up at the turn for Europe. Altomare has not been in front yet in that match. As we watch Lexi. Lexi 1-2-0 so far in the Solheim Cup here, but coming into this week, Judy, I felt like there was almost a leadership role for Lexi on this team for the first time.
You know, I think a role like that is good for Lexi. I think Lexi needs to surround herself with more of these friendships in golf and so on and so forth. And I believe sometimes when she's had some hard times in golf, she goes through it all by herself. So the friendships that you make in these Solheim Cup matches, many times they're friendships for life and they don't go away. The sad part for captains is you feel like these 12 players are your best friends in the world. And you know, next week it goes back to normal.
5th Solheim Cup for Lexi. This is to the final match at the 7th. And Danielle Kang to win the hole. Pedersen still has a putt to tie. A long par putt. You see the or longish par putt. You see the marker there. She was short left with her approach coming out of a rough. Danielle Kang. Better approach. Look. Back over to 15, and it's not easy when you get anywhere past the hole on either the 15th or the 17th. More so the 17th, but the 15th has movement from back to front as well, Jerry.
Yes, it does. But when you're standing back up in that fairway, well above the green to a front hole, you don't want to hit that shot over. Those were two just incredible shots, and really just indicative of what we've seen all day out of this match. And saw a lot of highlights from Lexi yesterday afternoon in foursomes with the putter, with only 3 holes remaining from this point forward. You know what kind of pressure you're feeling right here.
Now she has to make it. Time in the match where 1 hole could make all the difference.
Especially for your teammates out there still competing in a lopsided leaderboard in favor of Europe.
Costly that could be. Back over to the final match out. Pedersen to tie the hole. And that's going to send it back to the square in the final match. Pedersen has been in front a couple of times, but has not been able to build on her lead. So now we go back over to 15, and folks gathering on the key holes at the back 9. Well, nothing is easy in the Solheim Cup. This one shouldn't be an issue for Nordqvist.
It shouldn't be. If she's too rattled from the previous hole, but just a little delicate one.
Wonderful approach. Alexi's putt slipping by. Could be costly in this match. Nordqvist 1 up, 3 to play.
Sixteenth tee, and now it's a 1-up lead for Anna Nordqvist against Lexi Thompson. So there are 8 leads for Europe. 6 of the 8, though, 1-up leads. So it's still close.
It is still very close, although at first glance you would say it's not close at all.
Right.
266 to the front. Tee moved up again today to encourage players to provide some excitement. 266 front, wind right to left, a little bit of hurt. I don't see this with a good strike. It is indeed driving, yeah. Getting much onto the green, maybe front edge without a big bounce. Wow, that's much higher than normal.
It's just faded a little bit.
Ready to talk about the fade. Perhaps bunker, we'll see. Lexi still to come. Back to 14. Jennifer Kupcho. You got to make this to extend the match.
Yes, hit a poor iron shot in the front right bunker. Sand shot to there, and Leona was her normal stoic and solid self on this hole, and that was an easy win for Leona Maguire.
That match is over. 5-4 to win for Leona Maguire. And how about the week that she has had here at the Solheim Cup?
MVP.
No doubt about it.
Rookie MVP.
Back at 16 on the tee, Lexi Thompson.
With driver as well. She probably need to just hit a little baby fade here to keep from probably going long with a good one, but that takes such a precise shot. Actually playing a draw, big draw. Right. Too big, as it turns out. That's left.
Let's go, Lexi. Let's go. Let's go.
Lies like, all right, but
pretty straightforward bunker shot. If the ball's sitting nicely, that should not be difficult for her to get close.
Anna Kurtz-Madsen's 4th from off the green.
And that is going to be... Back to all straight, and that's the kind of noise they need. The US needs to get something going here. Europe need just 4 points to retain the cup.
The match is tied.
Made it. Oh. Go to this whole way, man. Let's go, Blue. We got faith with the wind. That draws back at it. Ball. Ball, one off. Let's go, Cap Eric. You got this. Rain up.
You're 5, USD 6. Head up, you got this. 2 up.
Back at 16, the second for Nordquist.
48 yards, very tight line. This is not her favorite shot. Oh, but clipped it nicely. I know that's not a fantastic shot, but it's not bad given the struggle she has with that similar type of shot.
Lexi with that bunker shot coming up. Crowd trying to get back into it. While we have a moment, we'll send it over to Kay with Leona McGuire, who's 4-0-1 for the week. Wow.
Yeah, the first Irish woman to play in the Solheim Cup, and I know you must have had a big dream last night about coming out here and having a great day and winning a point. How did you put that dream into reality?
Yeah, I mean, I just tried to get off to a really good start, and that eagle on 2, I couldn't have asked for a better start than that. Put it really solid. I made birdie on 6, which is a hole that I haven't played well all week. Still haven't parred it, but yeah, I just wanted to put pressure on Jen from the get-go, and she's a phenomenal player. We did battle many times before, and I knew I'd have to have my A game today, and thankful that there was still some energy left in the legs, and I was able to get it done.
A lot of people wonder how rookies will perform in their first Solheim Cup. You obviously just felt right at home in this format. 4.5 points, undefeated. How can you explain this excellent golf?
Yeah, I mean, I've been having a great year since June, really, since Medaheel, and just tried to carry that through. Dermot's been a tremendous help to me, new caddy since Medaheel, and he was a huge part of this week, keeping me calm, keeping me focused, picking the right shots at the right moments, and I had 2 phenomenal partners in Mel and Georgia as well that made me feel so comfortable that just let me do my thing, and yeah, just so proud of getting 4.5 points on the board for Europe.
Well, you made Europe, your team, and Ireland proud. Congratulations.
Just the 3rd player to earn 4.5 points or more in the Solheim Cup in history. Lexi.
Good lie, playing back into the wind. Executed. Good result.
Just what she needed at this point in the match, Judy.
Yeah, gets the blade open, breaks her hands early, slides the club underneath the ball. Beautiful. She's a good, solid bunker player.
1 down in the match, trying to even that one up. The first match out there, and take a piece of blue off the board right now. Already 1 point up there in the afternoon from Leona McGuire. Aerial coverage this week from Ping as we come down the stretch here at Inverness Club. Twist on the way.
Gently uphill.
All right, so that miss, and what Lexi's left with, opportunity to destroy the match again. How long is this putt, Jerry?
I thought they're going to go and call for a measurement.
Yeah.
They're both about 3.5, 4 feet.
Judy, there's always a point on the final day, whether it's the Solheim Cup or the Ryder Cup, where the team trailing turns it, gets momentum. Now, they may not be able to sustain it, but still waiting for that turn from the Americans here this afternoon, and maybe this starts that?
Maybe this starts that, and, you know, it's time for the Americans. This referee is Mitch Moon from the LPGA, and when he determined that Anna was away.
Anna, yeah.
Yeah, not by much. But similar putts. Lexi's might have a little more turn in it than this, but these are putts you don't miss often, but you don't find yourself in this environment, in this setting very often.
I don't expect her to miss this, but she did miss the previous one that was this length.
Still chances there for Lexi Thompson. Just 2 more holes to play after this.
Not being a bad pitch shot in Nevada with the struggle she has around the greens. This, off and on throughout her career, has been the bugaboo for Lexi Thompson, a little slider on the fast green. But it seems to be a different putter this week for the most part, Judy.
She does, and I think even a couple of putts today that she has missed were good-looking putts. We haven't had any of those that had 0 chance. Set up a little towards the left.
Is tied with 2 to play.
At the 15th.
She had about 5
Try to win the hole, Jim.
Yeah, it was a big putt. Ellie knocked it over the green and made bogey, so big advantage now for Sagstrom with the driver with 16.
2 up with 3 to play. Ewing was long left. That is not the place to be as we see the other matches come through at the 15th. So that is a strong position for Madeline Sagstrom. Remember, Europe need to get to 14 points to retain the cup. And we will go to the 14th.
Georgia Hall for par to tie Morgan.
Yeah, she had a really tough chip. Actually did pretty well to get it to here. Nelly has a conceded par.
So 2 up, 4 to play, but that board overall, and it's not just the leads, because half of points add up, obviously, too.
They sure do, and you'll see players fight just as hard to have a match, to tie a match, as they would to win a match.
Already 1 point up there. It's 10-7 Europe, but Sagstrom goes 2 up. She can close it out here on this next hole. Celine Boutier 4 up in that match. That'd be 2 more points. Remember, they just, as Tom said, need to get to 14 to retain the cup. First one all square with 2 to play. Here it is on the tee at 17.
All right, so Lexi's looking to the left here. She's played down the 16 every single time.
Can we tell if they're clear off the previous tee?
I'll let you know.
All right.
Are you going to play down
again?
there?
We're going that way.
Oh, they're still great.
Yeah, they're checking with Mitch to make sure that other players aren't up there on the tee, and they are.
Because we need...
I think Madeline Sagstrom's on the tee, isn't she, Terry?
Yeah. So you don't want one of your teammates or a competitor with
He
your
was
tee
still
shot.
raking the bunker. So
Oh, all right. But see, I thought I saw him back.
I mean, you can.
Meanwhile, at 16, Allie Ewing. Sagstrom's already hit.
Yeah, she went up the left side. I believe she's in the bunker. I could not see it down, but right to left wind. Sagstrom had plenty of distance to get there. Allie normally plays a right to left shot. Wind is right to left, so she'll get pretty close to the front edge of the screen. She's got lined up the right side, not trying to draw it in. Putter's let her down the last couple holes, so. That starts right, and that's drawing left as well.
finish strong, finish strong.
Yes, thank you.
Well, we've seen a good one from the bunker. Sagstrom, chance to close it out. 2 up in the match.
Both balls in that left-hand bunker.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
She's going where they just came from.
Yeah.
Quite a few people and support staff and what have you walking up the sides of the fairway on the 16.
Just trying to look at the line here, Jerry. This is about the line that she wants to hit it. About there. You can go a little bit left of that. It's taking on that tree, getting it over that tree. In the times that she's driven it down there before, she's gone right of that tree and it's ended up in the right rough.
Yeah, that tree, I mean, she doesn't know that tree should have. There's one cop standing up there near the ferry. He's wearing Kevlar. He'll be okay. With the hole today right smack dab in the middle of the green, there's no reason not to. If this is your preference, foot cut on the left side, I wouldn't like it because the wind is left to right. In normal stroke play, of course, Anna would have already played away, but you can't do that in match play.
It allows Lexi to hit the driver if she hits it down 16. If she goes down the regular fairway, she can run out of room, right? With this club, it's tougher, it narrows.
Yes, yes. It's a crazy fairway to try and hit with her length. The swiping dog leg with a reverse camber.
Right over the top of that tree, that should be perfect.
She didn't even watch it.
Yeah, there you go.
And that is perfect.
Good.
Yeah, would you like me starting it at that tree, finishing this right edge?
Yes. Perfect.
And now back to regular play at the 17.
Statistically, Lexi will have missed 2 fairways today that she didn't try and hit, but hit it in the middle of the other one. Machine like Judy.
Yeah, I can tell you, she's got that tee shot. That
Let's hear it, USA!
What do I always say about the game? The most important thing, find something that works and just learn how to repeat it.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, well, finding the thing that works is the first thing.
Pedersen at 8, this for birdie to win the hole. Take the lead as well. And final match out there. So you had blue on the board in that one earlier. Danielle Kane was able to square the match, but now a 1-up lead for Emily. 16. And Ewing getting set. There you see the golf ball in the bunker.
Yeah, both players are in the bunker. Basic sand shots, not too much to these. This is probably about 70 feet. Maybe about halfway there, let it release. All depends on the nerves at this point.
This match could actually be decided here.
Could be.
Come on, get in the hole!
Pretty good shot, but Sagstrom's got a bunker shot as well.
Yeah, she has a little more of the downslope between her and the hole, so she could use that as well. I'm surprised how far Allie's ball did release, but it's probably about 10 feet. Madeline's it's a pretty good bunker shot so far. One thing when she was in college, her short game was the best, but she's worked really hard on that and it's really improved. Always been a great ball striker. The big thing with her is the mental, just belief in herself and not putting the pressure on herself. So far, she's been relaxed today, which is kind of tough with all the emotional week she had, plus the regular emotions of a Solheim Cup.
Sounded really good.
Well done, yeah.
So inside of Allie Ewing for birdie here at 16, and if she does win the hole, she closes out the match.
This is Nelly Corder. He was way left at 15.
She's way right.
Excuse me, way right.
Georgia was way left, and now is in the front. Inside bunker up against the lip. She's got to hit a little bit of a fade. She's got a little bit of tree trouble. I think her carry Jason just motion, just kind of keep it a little bit low. Oh my God. The lip in front of her, or the edge of the bunker in front of her. That's what can happen when you come out of the rough, G, trying to keep it too low.
Did you see where it finished up? More?
Yeah, it's just over by the tree now.
So it didn't get to that long grass that we can see there, the fifth green.
No, I don't believe so.
I don't think it went nearly that far.
He's away over there. That ball's away. I have a pot. But you better go.
Nelly is up in her match.
16, Ellie Ewing, first to putt for birdie.
Yeah, I don't see much in this one. I think she's going to have to be aggressive with it. She misread the last two. Other than that, today's been a great putting day. Just a matter, can she go to the well one more time?
Now the door is open for Sagstrom to close it out.
Madeline spent a lot of time talking with Monica about situations like this. I mean, just kind of be yourself, kind of relax and enjoy the moment. She says she gets out here sometimes in competition. She gets kind of quiet, doesn't talk, and that's not her personality. And I think so far today she's done a pretty good job with it. In singles, Des Moines, she beat Austin Ernst, who was her college teammate.
This for the win. There it is. Another point up on the board for Europe. 3-2 officially to win. Madeline Sagstrom over Allie Ewing. And it's 11-7. They only need 14.
You could tell her caddy's a little more than just her caddy.
yeah.
Now Nelly's third.
I'm just not really sure she needed to take it so low with that last one. I think she could have hit a fade, and now she's in a lot of trouble in this hole.
She's gifting one here, Morgan. That's going to be so difficult from back there. And she'll be playing a third. Let's go to the 17th and Lexi's approach.
Second to play, and already played about 20 feet dead short under the hole with an 8-iron. This 120 hole, 110 to cover, and a 50-degree wedge.
Got to keep it below the hole here.
Downwind as well. This is going to be below it because it's right of the flag, not her best. It'll be all right, but it's going to be a pretty difficult putt.
Yeah, the advantage here, you can see Anna right below the hole, straight up the hill. Just saw Sagstrom win. She is with Jim.
I did. Thank you, Madeline. When we talked coming into this week, you said you wanted to kind of be yourself and let yourself go out and enjoy it. Did you enjoy it out there? And how much, was the big adjustment after what you've been through this week?
It's been a great week. I mean, the team has obviously done amazing. I haven't really contributed until today. And I was standing on the range this morning, and I was like, hold on a second. I was like, I need to be myself. I need to be myself out there. I can't play somebody else's game. I can't be somebody else's character. I need to be myself. And I really found that today. I grinded hard. Allie put up a really good fight. So we had a really solid game going, and I'm really proud of myself.
Well, you said in the last time when you were in Des Moines, the crowds, they're not so much cheering against you, but that's kind of unnerving. But you said this time you'd be a little bit more prepared. How do you think you did with that?
No, I mean, I've had, last time I was a rookie on tour, and I've had 4 years under my belt, so it's definitely tough. I mean, you wish, I'm kind of like, yeah, they're still cheering for me, but you still hear good shot when you do well, but it's quite loud out there. I'm not going to lie.
Well, congratulations. I know nobody's ever proud of you, especially down there in Baton Rouge. Way to go.
Thank you. Thanks.
Back to y'all.
This is for a par to win the hole at the 9th for Jessica Corder. Jessica Corder knows there needs to be more noise out there. Charlie Hull was a one-up in that match. Corder has not had the lead on the front nine. As we take a look at the board, remember Europe only need 3 more points. They are up in 5 matches. very close to going in. She held a big putt here yesterday and almost did the same again. And now Norquist to win the hole.
And that might have been the best putt Lexi's ever hit in her career. That didn't go in. Now this one up the hill, turning left.
No. We're going to get there. It's slow on this green up the hill. We've seen it time and time again. So it's going to be a 4 for Europe, but Lexi not quite in yet.
Celine Boutier trying to close out the match here at 14.
Yes, putting for birdie, but 2 putts will win the match. She placed her approach shot beautifully hole high left. Easy putt to 2 putt, and that will be conceded.
So Mina Haragai, who played well yesterday, though, today was not in this thing. Celine Boutier 5 and 4 the win, and another point on the board for Europe. And just to be precise, they need 2 more to retain the Solheim Cup, not officially to win it, but to keep it as the holder.
It's getting pretty dire for the U.S.
Yes. The lead is up to 5.
This is at the 17th. And this is Lexi to avoid losing the hole, and it would take away the chance for US to win the entire point, which they really need. To the 18th tee, all tied up, and Lexi Thompson really needs to win this match for the US. There's no doubt about it. And we will go to the 9th, the final match. Danielle Kang has a putt to win the hole and take some blue off the board. And a good putt there. The US are just hoping that it gets to the point where this match actually counts, and at the moment it looks unlikely, but you never know. The US needs to really start fighting back, and there are a number of matches with slim leads. This is at the 15th. Nelly Korda for a bogey.
They're just putting straight up the hill, but Georgia has about 3 feet left of her par.
So that's going to be a double. She's going to concede.
Will end up being conceded, yes.
So that means Nelly's still got the lead in the match. She's 1 up. Just the second shot did not help Nelly, nor did the drive out of position there.
Both of these players might be able to put the ball on the green at 16.
Let's go to the 13th. Nana Kurtz Madsen. This is for par. And that's going to be a bogey. And I think that's going to be what she wrote there. So Austin Ertz puts some red on the board. She goes 1 up in that match with 5 to play, trying to get the crowd fired up. They'll head over to the 14th. And if you look at that first match out, that's all important. And then the Europeans have slim leads. So although they only need 2 points to retain, nothing is guaranteed as you look at this. But it's going to be very important, those 3 matches, those first 3 matches that are still out on the course. And while we have a moment, let's go down to Kate Cockrell.
Thank you very much. I'm alongside Celine Boutier, who 2 years ago had a fabulous rookie appearance in the Solheim Cup, and you are back at it, your second singles win. What was the key to winning this afternoon?
I think just hitting fairways and greens is key on this course. It's a tough one, and I feel like, you know, the more you can just give yourself opportunities and the better. I think I just didn't make a mistake today. I played really solid from the start, so it just definitely helped me to get the win today.
3 points now on the board. You guys just need 5 points to retain the cup. What specifically do you think has allowed you all to gel so well and get it done so far this week?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just felt like, at the beginning of the week, the team chemistry has been unbelievable. We all got along so well, and I think the fact that we're all just secluded here, amongst all the Americans, kind of bring us closer together because, we have to stick with each other and play for each other. So I think that's kind of helped us a little bit on that way. But yeah, so far it's been such an amazing week. So let's keep it going.
Right, congratulations on getting the job done.
Tyson on the way to 18. That is tied.
Yes, it is tied, and it's had the feeling all day, Terry and Judy, and even more so now that this match is way more important than just the 1 point at stake.
Yep, because as Tom said, the 3 leads are slim leads for Europe right now, and Mina Haragai. Yeah.
These are not tears because you lose. These are tears because you probably beat yourself. She just did not play well today, and that stings.
It is a driver for Nordquist.
Is it really? That brings trouble into play that's unnecessary. She does hit it straight, though. Just needs to take a little seat. It'll be fine.
Jerry, she didn't look worried.
No, I wouldn't either if I had that swing.
That's all the way down there, just in front of that bunker. Back to 16. Can they get there? Off the tee, Nelly Corda.
Yeah, Georgia's already hit driver and missed the green left. Nelly taking a big swing at it. I think a little fired up after that.
Great shot. And that is there on the surface. Already one up in the match. Back at 10. Moment ago, Charlie Hall, second shot.
That was a flyer lie, kind of straightened it out.
Got the kick. Oh, what a kick it is. Man, look at this. Sometimes.
She said it was a flyer lie, but that rough killed it when it landed. That was great.
Jessica Corda cut into this lead, just one down, but needs an answer. Got it. Below the hole.
Longer cut, easier cut.
There you go.
This is the 11th, the third shot here for Sofia Popov. Kang is already in with birdie.
USA is 6 up.
Match is not too far away from being over. 6 up with 7 holes to play. 1 up leads. Very slim. Saganda with a 2 up lead. It's not over yet,
Important second shot, 18, Lexi Thompson.
Uphill into the wind, bit of the ball above her feet lie. This a little 9-iron, it looks like. Not floating in the air, but pulled just a bit.
Match all square, tied up, and Nordquist with her second.
It's 23 pins. Right now it's probably winning for that one.
Good angle from the left.
Great angle. Can't see the bottom of the flagstick. Maybe the top half.
I think 23 is playing 35. Maybe a little bit more. Like 3/4 8.
Club right now, right?
Yeah. Correct. I mean, it's strong. You can see it whipping on this flag. 3/4. Okay. Nice and committed.
Slide uphill lie, although a flatter lie. And you heard, I'll say a little 3/4 8-iron. It's into a great bit of breeze, but it's directly into it from this angle. It's to a little left, hanging in the air.
Yeah.
good look at it.
So Europe has put 3 of the 5 points needed to keep the cup up there on the board. If Anna Nordqvist could put one more up there, they would just need one more. Charlie Hall for birdie to win the hole at 10. All around and back.
That's good. Come on, Josh. Come on,
Just got footwork. PSA 4. Europe remain 1 up.
So it is a 1-up lead still for Charlie Hall. Another look. Just enough pace to bring it back.
It's more than the horseshoe.
Yeah.
It's a birdie putt to tie the hole at 13th. Needs to do. So I would say it's not quite over yet, and also the importance of that first match, the Thompson-Norquist, and how important it is for the US to somehow try and get a point out of that. Kang Popov looking like that's going to be over pretty soon, a point for the US, and then it is very close. 14.5 points to win. That's what the United States are aiming for. 14 points to retain because it was Europe 2 years ago. This is the 18th.
Normally the 9th here at Inverness. Lexi will be first to putt.
She will be. Not the easiest putt she's had all day, that's for sure. It's up a significant hill at first, then it cuts across right where she's walking now, goes a little bit downhill and starts turning pretty hard to the right. Difficulty-wise, I'd put it on scale with the one she had at 17, where she had a beauty. Walking up to the green, she was doing her best to get the crowd fired up. And this type moment, Judy, in past years, I'm not sure we've seen that at Alexi in these types of intense moments. Definitely a more relaxed player this go-around.
Yeah, and you know, with every passing year, more mature and more experienced. So when you can put all those things to use, along with the fact that she's just flat out been a good putter this week, and I've said for a long time, who knows what Lexi Thompson can be if she could really putt.
That has not disappointed. Big expectations for these two going head-to-head, and nearly. Vanna Nordqvist a chance to put a critical point on the board for Europe, and she was one of those with a win when Europe the last time down the stretch needed to run the table. They did just that last 3, and it included her win over Morgan Pressel.
It was her husband, Kevin McAlpine, who actually used to caddy for Lexi in much of her success, who told me, Anna's husband, Kevin McAlpine, that on the very first hole he goes, expect a dogfight today. Boy, was he prophetic.
Absolutely.
And I got a great read from Lexi's putt as well.
So this to win the hole and the match. concession from Lexi Thompson. So what a match. Absolutely what we expected. And two of the biggest names in the game go 18 holes and each put a half a point on the board. So it is 12.5 to 7.5, and Europe just a point and a half away from keeping the Solheim Cup.
Well done, kid. Good goal. Good goal. Sorry.
Neither gets the win that you wanted, but you walk away proud at some point when you reflect on what you did today.
Oh, sure you do. Sure you do. You played as hard as you could. You took it right down to the last hole. And
meanwhile, this at 10, Kang for par.
Great.
Good roll, Dick.
boy, and you're still trying hard to keep your energy up in that last match because there is still that outside possibility.
So blue on the board once again with that concession because Emily Pettersson wins the hole, goes one up to the tee at 11.
Jessica Corder not going with driver here. Remember, it's the drivable par 4 today. Leaning like it was going a little bit right. It's got through. And that could get a bit better. This is going to get good. Very, very good indeed. How about that tee shot from Corder? It's almost a tap-in eagle. Wonderful stuff. And she's in that second to last match against Charlie Hull. Hull with that big lip out, which kept her just one up. Just seen the first match finish, and now Lexi Thompson is with Jerry.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. Lexi, we were expecting a great match. Boy, did you two ever deliver. What do you have to say about going up against Anna Nordquist in singles?
It's always a great match going up against Anna. I got to play against her, I think, the first day, and she's just an amazing player, just so steady, especially right now. She's just rolling in putts. She might have missed a few on the back nine, but just a great ball striker, and I knew I had to play my A game and shot a few under, and it's tough. It was like going back and forth, and we both played great, so that's match play for you.
One thing for the as well as you played this week, your putter seemed to be on fire. How much confidence does that give you going forward the rest of this year and looking forward?
Yeah, of course, thank you. It definitely helps. I mean, I've put in so much time on the putting green and just put in so much work overall in my game, so it's great to see it pay off, especially on the green. So I'm just going to continue to work on it and hopefully continue to see you improve.
And now out to be a cheerleader?
Yes, definitely.
Thanks for your time, Lexi.
Thank you.
It's a birdie putt for Georgia Hall at the 17th.
Yeah, this green is the most sloped back to front. This is going to be slow. If she was to miss this, Nelly will have a putt to win the match. About 10 feet, although it is a little bit of a downhill slider.
This is Brittany Altomare for a birdie. Saganda still has a birdie putt. You can just see at the top of your screen the marker. Saganda's 2 up. This could do it going to the US. Brittany Altomare, known as being one of the best putters on tour. She needs to get back into this match. 17, and here is the putt that Morgan was talking about for Nelly Corder.
Yeah, and as slow as this green is from below, this is going to be just that fast.
Just to win the match. Is it a win? No. She's going to see the Georgia putt. She is. And Georgia will have this putt to stay alive.
Yeah, it isn't very far, Tom, but after what happened on 6, maybe, you know, just to not have to play another hole. See, make sure she knocks this one in.
Remind us about 6, Morgan.
Georgia had a 3-putt. It looked like Georgia was going to win the hole and ended up giving the hole up to Nelly, which really was the turning point in this match where Nelly took control.
Okay. Nelly's got the advantage. She leads heading to that final hole. And let's go down to Grant Boone now.
All right, with Anna Nordquist. Anna, what is it about you and Lexi in Solheim Cup singles?
I don't know, but we both played so good today. I wish I could have made a few more putts. I felt like I rolled the putter good, and I thought I was in on the last. But, I mean, you can't ask for anything more. Her playing good, me playing good. It's not easy out there. Some of the pins are really tough. Greens are firm, and it's quite windy. It's been quite the Monday, I guess.
Yes, you hit the first shot of this Solheim Cup. You've played the anchor match in singles. You've played the first match this time in singles. Do you relish that role as a leader?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge honor, and to know that Beanie believes in me. She asked me last night if I wanted to go early or late, but I said I don't mind going early. So she put me out first. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed playing Lexi. We had a great match in 17 too. But those are the moments that I practice for. Those first tee shot. I don't think I even missed like even the middle stripe on the first tee shot on Saturday this week. It's just those moments I live for.
Hopefully we see some more videos of your family celebrating after this. Thanks.
Hopefully. I mean, my family's amazing. Hello, back home. I wish they were here. It's been tough without any European fans. You hit good shots, you don't get any claps, and you don't know if you missed the green. I mean, I had a good drive on 11 today to 15 feet. I didn't know if it was even on the green, and I hit it to 3 feet on the next hole, and it was just no clap, so you didn't know. But we missed the European fans, but I'm proud of my team this week.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is to tie the hole. We saw Altomare hold a good putt here at 13. This is to stay 2 up for Saganda. Hope for the US. More of a gimmer. Up lead is not a guarantee by any means. We're striding off to the next tee. We will go to the 18th.
George Hall, Korda, 1 up, trying to close it out.
Gotta try to get something here in this fairway. We've seen how difficult it is to control the spin when you're in the rough, and these right bunkers have given both teams quite a bit of trouble this week. The wind isn't quite as strong right now, though. This one on a good line, maybe drifting a little bit right with the wind.
Coming down.
Judy, it's kind of been a trying week for Nelly Korda, world number
bunker.
1, because of that rules issue back at the 13th hole, 4-ball, day 1, hanging on the lip. And it was the rules official who came in and said they didn't give her 10 seconds and to walk up, but took some heat on social media.
Yeah, some really abusive, mean stuff on social media that really bothered Nelly. And I just want to say, Nelly Korda has come along since she's 13 or 14 years old in our television camera eye. And she conducts herself so beautifully. She's become the best player in the world. She was number 1 in the world. She's represented this country beautifully in the Olympics. And I'm telling you, Nelly Korda, nor any player, deserves that kind of treatment on social media. And she's young, and it affected her. It hurt her.
Not only has she earned the benefit of the doubt because of the way she's been since coming on the scene, but also she did absolutely nothing wrong that day.
Yes, actually, if you want to get down to it, no one did. Everything was done exactly by the rules. Madeline Sagstrom picked a ball up rather quickly, just a little knee-jerk thing, the kind of thing that happens in the heat of competition. And you know, the other side of that coin, aside from Nelly, is Madeline Sagstrom is one of the most honest, great people I know out here. So everybody who wants to complain on social media, find another subject.
2 leads still on the board for Europe, but 1 up lead. So still there for the U.S. to have a chance. Back at 18, this match coming down to the final hole. Georgia Hall, 1 down to Nelly Korda.
And the officials trying to determine who is away. I think it looks like it's going to be Nelly. Nelly got lucky that she actually drew a decent lie and does have a good angle into this hole location. Georgia's quite the opposite. She's got a downhill lie in this fairway bunker. It has a little bit of tree overhanging and just not a much more challenging shot than what Nelly's looking at. the pitching range here.
Just took off.
Yeah, just too much topspin out of this rough. Even the way that the lie was, looked like it was sitting pretty good. Just can't quite get clean enough contact.
It is funny the way balls hit the green. It's just different.
This is Austin Ernst for par to tie the hole.
She was, wow. Motion just from the front of the green, a 3-putt.
So that takes the match back to all square with 3 to play, playing against Anna Kurtz-Manson, the rookie. And we'll go back over to 18.
Georgia Hall.
108 to hit bunk there.
Going to need a club.
Just so I see some comfort a little lower, but 130, 150 into it. Yeah.
Okay. On the club.
Ideally would like to leave something below this hole location. Just something front center of the green. Give yourself a putt up at it. Melly is an unlikely spot to make birdie. But definitely still needs to win this hole.
She's got to execute really well to make good contact here.
Came out heavy.
Would appear to have gone in the
yes, it's in the
greenside bunker. Well, it's not greenside, actually.
It's about 50 yards, Judy.
Meanwhile, advantage quarter up there, but back to the tee at 16, Ernst.
Yeah, Manson's in that front left bunker. Wind's a little bit more hurt than it was earlier. It was right to left. She's got this lined up way out to the right, trying to hit a slinging hook. There's the slinging part. If that stays straight, and that's drawing left towards the bunker as well.
Stays out of the tall grass, though. But that match is tied up after the last hole. And Europe's still a 1.5 away from keeping the cup. 13.
Now this match is getting close to finishing here. Popov has to make this putt to extend the match. She is 6 down to Megan Kang. The largest margin of victory, by the way, in a singles match of the Solheim Cup was 8-7. It was way back in the first Solheim, back in 1990. Pat Bradley defeated Trish Johnson. There's a bit of commentary over on Sky these days, and in fact plays on the Legends Tour. Didn't she just win the senior LPGA Championship?
Yes, in fact, she might have lost badly that day, but she's not losing very often anymore. She is really playing good golf.
Sophia's 4 over for the day. Not been her best day. In fact, Sophia's been struggling with her game ever since the Bank of Hope match play back in May, where she lost in the final. She just hasn't been playing very well at all. Her scoring average since then, we put her outside of the top 70 scoring average this season. Yeah, it's not over yet. And playing 5 up with 5 to play. Let's go back to the 11th. Pedersen has to make this to tie the hole.
Outstanding in the
Stays 1 up. Close battle between herself and Danielle Kang, who was the winner here last year when they played the Drive-On Championship. Came back and won the first 2 events of the restart to the LPGA season. Let's go to 18.
So advantage Nelly Korda here at 18. Georgia Hall did play out to here.
Yeah, she ended up in a really tough spot in the fairway bunker and did the best that she can, but I mean, she absolutely has to get up and down and hope for some kind of a Real mishap here for Nelly.
Because that's a par putt for her.
That is a par putt for Georgia, and Nelly here. She did nestle up in between the the change and cut here, but she has putter in her hand. Just has to manage the speed here. It's hard putting through. We've seen it all week, putting through this first cut. Sometimes the ball tends to bobble a little bit, so judging the pace, especially as quick as this is going to be a bit of a challenge.
But she just has to tie the hole. There's one up. She needed to do. Pick up the coins, close it out. The win for world number 1 and a point on the board for the U.S. 12.5 to 8.5, the total.
Stacey Lewis, that was one of the assistant captains, and now we can finally have a little bit of a good time this week.
Stacey is going right here in Toledo. Back at 14, Brittany Altamari. This for birdie to win the hole. Jerry Foltz is out there.
Yes, Carlotta's about 6 feet away for par. This is a bender, too.
Oh, she did. And how did she?
Best putter on the team.
There you go. Tied up the match with 4 to play. And maybe that momentum coming late, but on the way for the U.S.
It is coming late, and it needs to come in a hurry.
Yeah. So a point up on the board for the U.S. with the win by Nelly Korda. Some blue off the board there. Brittany Altamari with a long putt. But again, Europe just a point and a half away from keeping the Solheim Cup. As we send it down to Morgan.
Yeah, I'm here with the victorious Nelly Korda. What a great match that was against Georgia Hall. And watching all day, to me, the pivotal hole was the 6th hole. Tell us a little bit about that and how that changed the momentum of the match.
Yeah, you know, I was 2 down early on and then won 2 back-to-back holes, and I think that kind of changed it all. But it was close all day, honestly. It was 1 up to 2 up. It was kind of back and forth, but happy to get it done. I've touched every hole all week, so happy about that one.
Probably a bit tired. Well, the team needs a little bit of help right there. Put a full point for the United States on the board. What are you thinking about the rest of the matches this afternoon?
Yeah, hopefully, you know, it goes our way. I can't wait to get out and support the girls and hopefully get the crowd a little bit more hype, even though they really don't need much more because they're really loud.
Yeah, well, it's been awesome. Congrats on the win today, and go cheer on the team.
Thank you.
All right, so congratulations on the 1 point up there. Back out to 16. Jim, what's going on?
Well, Austin Ernst had a really good lie in that first cut and just did not hit a very good 40-yard shots. She's got about 20 feet for par. Matson's in there inside 10 feet from a deeper, thicker lie, so maybe the advantage for Europe here. Both on a very similar line, though. I was a little surprised on the last hole. Just Austin had it just short of the green and then knocked it above, but she has not putted very well today. Ball striking's been good. Yesterday she looked a little fatigued, but ball striking's back. Just hasn't made any putts. She needs to make this one.
We watched Nelly Korda close out the match. Her sister Jessica has come back. She was 2 down in her match, second to last one out there, and now has tied that match with Charlie Hall.
Yeah.
So a big chance for Nana Kurtz-Matson.
Yeah, she knows the read right here. Now it's just a matter of execution. Sort of feel like she was given one on the last hole, but right here now she's going to think that she took advantage of it with a good wedge shot. Just to go 1 up.
matches that are tied. Pedersen a one-up lead in the last one. In the U.S., a couple of leads, including Megan Kang, who's rolling.
Go birdie putt for Castron down the hill.
She had a great 9-iron in, but a steep downhill putt. Who does that?
The way she's been playing this year. Still is a putt to tie the hole. Here it is.
This from hole high right, little right to left break.
Stay high.
This match has been back and forth, and it continues to go back and forth.
And Castron has had the lead on a number of occasions. Salas not yet in front. She did win 2 holes in a row, 12 and 13 to get it back to all square. Now 1 up for Castron. The Americans need to put some red on the board in those matches that are out on the course.
Tee at 16, Matilda Castron taking on Lizette Salas, 12.5, 8.5 as it stands right now.
Going with the 3-wood. 266 to the front. Wind mostly right to left right now. Probably about a half club to club wind. Certainly not as strong as it was earlier today.
Caddy Mike Patterson told me she is unexpectedly long.
Yeah, actually, that must have been a 5-wood. That had a lot of loft to it, so really never intending to go for that, just positioning off the tee.
Take you all the way back to the 12th. Danielle Kang, the final match out there. This to tie the hole. Already 1 down, so going to 2 down to Emily Pedersen in that final match. At 16, Lizette Salas.
Go for it. Power golf is not in the description of Lizette Salas' game. Her game is usually consistency, good putting, and just wear you out with that consistency. And that was a good swing right there, right down the middle.
Some kind of fairway metal. Didn't even make any attempt to get close to the front of the green.
Go. Ollie was getting a little pissed.
Meanwhile, Megan Kang at 14. This for birdie to win the match over Sophia Popov. Took an early lead, never looked back. 5 up in the match. The overall board in the U.S. hoping you can get to that final match and it matters, but right now a steep climb for Danielle Kang, 2 down in that one. The U.S. with 2 leads, Europe with 2 and 3 of them tied.
the 15th, the third shot for Altomari.
Yeah, pulled her 6 iron in the bunker with a little uphill lie. This is not a tough bunker shot for Brittany. Saganda, her opponent, is about 25 feet behind the hole with a slick birdie putt upcoming.
We just see Captain Hole almost the identical putt in the match ahead, but that was a really good effort from Brittany Altomari, and I think her confidence is sky high right now. Textbook there. Let's take another look.
Was the club slides under the ball. She keeps the face of the sand wedge looking up at the sky. She doesn't turn it over, and it lands very softly.
So now, what's the strategy for Saganda?
Well, I'm not sure you're thinking strategy right here. You're just trying to get the speed right. Hope you get the read right, but it is very fast, and at the very minimum, not have to hit it again. The drop's just a bonus. Wherever Brittany Altomari is on the green, you have to, as her opponent, expect her to make it, because she just made 2 25 and 40 footer in a row.
Loves Solheim Cup. Carlota Saganda has a singles record of 3-0-1. This is kind of what she lives for right here, a putt like this.
Just think of the reception she'll receive when it goes to her home country as well.
Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Solheim Cup will go to Costa del Sol in Andalucía. I think the court is in a couple of years' time in the south coast of Spain. It's a pretty undulating golf course down there. You might see some putts with a lot of break when they go to Finca Cortizan. Now this one's no gimme, but it's Altomari with the one.
Touch of movement left, not much.
Just to stay all square, 3 to play.
So let's take a look at her second.
Castron has already hit, and her ball came back using the backstop to about 15 feet. And that is an option. The screen is so firm, and the front part of the screen has a little height to it, and then everything slopes back towards the hole location. So it's really easy for a ball to come in and just propel forward, taking a big hop.
Go up two up to play and guarantee a half a point on the board for Europe, and every half point critical right now. Europe only a point and a half away. We're keeping the Solheim Cup coming down the stretch here on a Monday at Inverness in Toledo.
birdie putt at the 17th. That must have looked so good.
You can't try much harder than that, Tom.
Castren here at 16.
This is a left to right breaking putt, and like most good putters, she can handle this breaking putt.
There's not a putt that she doesn't feel comfortable over.
Lizette Salas still with one here, but a big putt, Matilda Castren. Get back here in a moment, take up to 17.
And this would be huge for Europe. This is to win the hole, to go one up, guarantee that half point.
You know, once again, she's got the line, but the last hole she couldn't execute it. She played it down left towards 16, hit a nice shot to here.
Yep, love it. This roll.
She said just to go one up.
Not high enough. Might not be going. No. Come back to that. There's still more to be written about this story here at 17.
So here at 16, Lizette Salas with this to avoid going 2 down with 2 to play.
She needs to dig down deep and be the fighter that we all know she is. She never gives up.
Didn't this time either. How many times have we seen her refuse to give in? Castren 1 up, 2 to play.
Back over to the 17. Par putt here for Nana Kurtz-Madsen.
You know, Tom, we always talk about nerves and what it feels like, but I think, and Judy has said this numerous times, but it's in your hands. It's where you feel the most nervous. It's usually on these short putts or chip shots where when you're nervous, you kind of feel that. And this is as big a stage as she's been on.
Yeah, you sure would rather put the ball on a tee and hit a tee shot when you're a little hyped up than have a tough putt to make.
Absolutely.
Much in it, Jim?
Shouldn't be too much. She's got to be firm with this. That last putt was a little nervy on the last hole and probably this first putt. Nice putt there. No nerves in that one.
And they will go to the 18th, all tied up. And Austin Ernst needs to try and win the full point for the U.S. We can't let the Europeans put any more points on the board. And another match goes to the 18th. And we will go to the 16th.
Boy, these matches right now, this stretch, Carlota Ciganda on the tee.
So crucial, aren't they? Well, it's just like Glen Eagles, just in the opposite direction right now, isn't it, Terry?
Yeah, you're right. You know, coming down the stretch that day, you had the feeling that the U.S. was kind of in control, and then before you knew it, in the span of about 10 minutes, it closed out, and Pedersen's making the putt and walking off.
Yeah, it was amazing.
1 or 2 matches, you know, changed that were close matches, and everything changes. Driver here for Carlota, and she can definitely hit it that far.
Yeah, getting a little help out of this one now was hurting a little earlier from the right. Brittany Elksmar has already played away, and she looked at a really good one. Looks like it's just short and left of the green. Not a bad spot at all.
Hey, thank you.
We've seen a lot of misses in the left bunker, Jerry.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad place for Carlota either, because she's awfully gifted out of the sand. She is such a dynamic ball striker, though, that she can manufacture something here. If she wanted to hit a little low-power fade that might have a chance to run up there, she can do it. That is not low, but it is a fade. It's high and way right.
Well,
that was a miss hit.
Britt, go.
Way right. It hit the path, kept traveling all the way up here.
She may have a 50-yard shot and be hole high.
Yeah, exactly. They located it, by the way. They got it.
Marshall's in training.
Yeah. for par to tie the hole. So it's Jelini No, who's got a 3-up lead with 4 to play. No trying to hang in throughout the day, but she was down early in that match. Anna Kurtz-Madsen all tied up with Austin Ernst on the tee at 18.
Yeah, about 260 to the left bunker, 230. The right bunker is in place. Yes, heading 3 wood. Maybe a little hurting left to right wind. Got to get it in the fairway with that whole location on the right side. It was a big putt she made on the last hole. It should be high. It's real high, and it should be just fine up that left center.
Same thing, it's like the right side of that bathroom.
Yep.
Good shot.
Austin now has driver, so ball striking's been good. No time. I think when you get on a tee like this and the pressure's on, you just got to visualize the shot you hit. Really super kind of focus on a target out there. I think that's the key to this. Don't get swing conscious. Just pick the target and swing it at it.
Good advice almost all the time, Jim.
It is. We just don't always think about it, especially under pressure. I think that's the problem, because under pressure, everything's going so fast in your mind. Slow your mind down. As he slows it down, so that should be good.
Anna Kurtz-Madsen was right in it coming down the last hole at Carnoustie, trying to win the AIG Women's British Open Championship, and she struggled on the 18th, double bogeyed the last hole.
It's happened before at 18 at Carnoustie, by the way.
Hard hole.
Yeah, it is. This stretch right here, a couple of matches that are tied, 1-up lead for Castren, maybe coming down to this time of the day. Kurtz-Madsen, Austin Ernst tied, playing 18.
Both players got to fairway.
Austin quite a bit ahead.
Yeah, good 30 yards.
Stop på højre. 5 på højre. 6 på højre. Den er ret meget lige imod. En lille bitte smule venstre højre. Meget, meget.
Shooting mathematically, it's not a must win, but it's pretty close to it. Every half a point critical right now.
No doubt.
For the U.S.
It's from 140 yards. She has to carry it 135 to get it to the top of the plateau. A little bit of wind left to right, but right now it's kind of slowing down just a little bit.
Så ikke en punch? Jo, en punch. Man kan ikke stå hårdt for at komme der. Der er en helt almindelig gåing.
Jim, shots that we've seen played, it seems as though it's difficult to keep the ball on that right half of the green, where you're going to have to be if you want a real reasonable birdie putt.
Yeah, it's a very small plateau up there. That's the thing. This green is so small, but it has a lot more movement than most of the greens. I'm not saying it has the movement of 6 and 7, but it has a lot of movement. That's what makes this shot so difficult. And you get a little bit of wind. It looks on a decent line. Needs a spin.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Austin's got 110, but a little bit on the upslope. The tendency is to maybe pull it off this line.
Right out.
I guess just short, just left is the best putt, Jim?
Yeah, I think it's a better putt. And there's a little less slope as well. It should be a gap wedge.
Take it down 12, I'm okay with that.
It's blowing in.
It's up there. Just trust it. It's there.
Biggest thing when I hit pitching wedges or any kind of wedges, I keep that palm down, keep my forearm down to kind of keep from flipping it and getting handsy. But you don't want to be thinking about this shot. You know you've practiced it 1,000 times, but that's the technique.
You're so target focused and you don't think about the golf swing.
Exactly. He's trying to cut back towards the hole. Needs a spin.
There it is.
Really good shot. Wonderful under the conditions.
Big time shot. In a big time moment. Bubba out there watching. Pat Hurst right there. As a captain, do you feel kind of helpless at this point in the proceeding?
Well, sure you do. But you're so emotionally involved that you also feel like you've played every shot.
Yeah. Back to 17.
Lizette first to play, already backed off, now ready to go. It's pretty good.
Meanwhile, here at 14, Jessica Korda, this for par to win the hole. Match is tied.
Hit a beautiful bunker shot to here.
Never gave up. Down in the match throughout, and Jessica Korda taking the lead against Shirley Hall. Is there enough time? Is it too late with that momentum switching?
How will Castro respond? Her second.
Yeah, little doubt coming out of this lie in the rough. Is a decent lie. We're playing this to pounce up.
Trying. It's going to be below the hole, but it's down to Salas. Took the putt, but it's a lot shorter.
So what's taking place
16.
at 16 now. Altamari, 2 putts to win.
Yeah, it's 2 putts to win. Carlota had to get cute on the second shot, hoselled it, didn't get the third one to the green, and is in with 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the hole!
How about the switch in momentum right now here at the Solheim Cup? Altamari won out lead to the play. And all of a sudden, Judy, it's a new golf course. It's a different golf course.
Yeah, and I want to tell you right now, if Austin Ernst should happen to birdie this last hole to win the hole, of course there could be 2 birdies, but at the moment that would be really huge.
Anna Kurtz-Madsen first to putt here at 18.
Yeah, coming down the slope, I've looked at every book and everywhere I've tried to read this putt, and I know there is some influence going to the left early and to the right, but at the end I think it's just kind of straightens out. It's just a matter of the speed on whether it stays on line.
A lot of break.
Good 2 feet by the hole.
And will go down. Ernst with a putt coming up. To win it, we go back to 17.
And Castro may need to make this. This is for birdie.
This is a tough one to make. I think she's better when she has a really fast putt sliding left to right downhill. This one she has to effort to hit it so much extra. A 40-footer uphill, little right to left break.
Go, Neste, let's go.
Oh, she hit it. Oh, she did hit it.
Good try, but now Salas has a chance to take the match back to tied, and the American momentum is swinging across Inverness here.
And it comes down to this for Austin Ernst, a chance to win the match.
Yeah, she's picking a spot just outside. Maybe going to think it's going to go a little left based on Nana's putt. I think the key here is to get it started on line. Pick a spot on that line and try to roll it over.
Just babied it a fraction too much.
Coin still down. Towards Madsen.
And Lizette Salas has this to win the hole and to square up the match.
Speaking of babying it, that's what she has to do. This is such a fast putt, such a difficult putt.
Look at it right away. Careful, careful.
Oh my.
Well, and you know you have that in the back of your mind when you're over that kind of putt. If it doesn't hit the hole, it's going at least 2 or 3 feet by, which it did.
A helpless feeling.
Well, this is a tough spot for any player.
The tie. All right, so they come down to 18, and Austin ends with a chance with that previous putt, but they put a half a point on the board for each. So it's to 13 for Europe, and it comes down to perhaps this, Tom.
Yep. If this misses, Europe retains the Solheim Cup. The Americans still have a chance. It's slim, but it's still there.
Tom, this par putt of Castrion's is no gimme, and I know I said that she is excellent on left-to-right breaking putts, but I defy anyone in the world to get up over one of these and feel supremely confident.
Well, you know, it's a hard putt when it's the length you're looking at and it's got movement in it.
At least she knows she's got to make it, so she'll be a little more aggressive and just go for that slam dunk.
Another match is going to the 18th. The Europeans are close, but they're not there yet. Guaranteed a half point, so Europe need to get to 14. They are guaranteed to get 13 and a half. Charlie Hull for a birdie at 17 needs to make this one because Jessica Korda has a good look for birdie, and Hull is 2 down. Concede it. Maybe pick it up. No? Yes, there we go. So it's a win for Jessica Korda. 2-1 over Charlie Hull. Good match between these two. Well, 3-1 because she conceded the birdie. Ian Poulter missed the Ryder Cup himself. So special to watch you girls play so good and get the job done on away soil. Great inspiration. You were all class. Enjoy the party. I'm sure they will. And Annika, who was here earlier in the week, is the winning captain for the Junior Solheim Cup. And congratulating Katrina Matthew. His nickname is Beanie because when she was younger, some relatives couldn't say Katrina. They could only say Trini Beanie. That's how she gets the nickname. Congratulations from Pat Hurst.
We'll go around and see Charlie at the back.
And we'll take a look at our aerial coverage, which is provided by Ping, as we look down on the Inverness Club, which has been a fantastic host, you've got to say. They've done a wonderful job. There's a lot of passion for the Solheim Cup here in Toledo, and a lot of work that was done behind the scenes. And we'll go back down to the 17th, and Emily Pedersen against Danielle Kang.
but she missed her drive way right here. Danielle's in a good position. You can see there's Emily is very excited and Danielle's a little bit deflated. And I think it's a tough position to be in when the match has already been decided to still be out here grinding it out. But these two professionals are trying to get it done. Emily wanting to get that full point.
Run it in there. Below the hole's good, but just going to be a bit of work to do. Not far away from the hole. And we will go up to the 18th, the other match on the golf course.
Mel Reed with a putt to win the hole. You really know. It's 4 up after 4. 3 up with 4 to play. To win the hole, tie the match. Quite done yet there. Maybe still with a putt. We go back to 17.
And the second shot for Danielle Kang.
Yeah, ball sitting down just a little bit in this first cut. Oh, that didn't sound very solid. That's coming out left.
Danielle needs to win this hole.
I think the correct word was a moment ago, deflated.
Yeah.
There is not a lot of energy left.
We know this for par to win the match. Opportunity for Mel Reed to win the hole, tie the match. Big effort yesterday. You know, the Harrigan, the two rookies playing together. And a win.
Yeah, we had a little fun, and it was true, talking about players from Northern California and how good they've been. Yulimi Noah and Mina Harrigan played together. Of course, you have Julie Inkster in Northern California. You have Paula Creamer in Northern California. You have Pat Hurst, Northern California.
Yep.
And here lately, and I'm not sure about her location, you've had Michelle Wee living in Northern California.
True. So the miss by Mel Reed, and it's Yulimi Noah who does take the match. Mel didn't give up. Was down big in that early, 4 down after 4. But a 1-up win for No. Rookie here in the Solheim Cup. And one more point on the board, but it's Europe who retains the cup. Going to win it with that at least half point at the end in that final match.
Don't you think it's funny how a fly will decide you're their person?
Mm-hmm. Mel Reed shot 79. She was 7 over par.
Jeez. So Yulimi didn't play much, a whole lot better, I guess.
The back 9 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yulimi on the back 9 was 1 over. Was she 1 over, 2 over, 3 over, 4 over, 5 over on the back 9, Yulimi was. That's the thing about match play, isn't it?
It's a hard game.
But Mel's not been playing that great recently. They're still going at the 17th. There's nobody left out there. They're on their own. Morgan's there, the only fan.
That's got to be a horrible
The Europeans
feeling.
are all here, ready to.
The Europeans are
erupt.
ready to celebrate. All 24 of them. They won't be able to party tonight because the bar will shut at 9.
Bring your own.
If it's
Bring your
open
own.
at all.
If it's here, it might be closed in protest.
shortage of employees. No one's working.
Any unemployment checks ending this week?
Is that right?
They are.
Go back to work next week.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still going.
Oh, my God.
Dee Kang looked like she didn't quite mean to hold it.
I know, exactly.
Is this the last putt left here?
Well, it depends if it goes in or not.
Yeah, if she makes it.
She has to get her half point to fulfill my 14.5-point prophecy.
This could be it. Or that might not be.
Are we doing anything on camera? Yeah, but
The Europeans are ready to run onto the green in celebration if this goes in.
Dynamite.
Boom! We've got more golf left. So that's a win for Danielle Kang, who was bunkered mid a wonderful shot and got it up and down. So she is now 1 down heading to the 18th, trying to scratch out a half point.
All right, let's go on the hole. Let's go, 18. Let's go, let's just go.
that is Danielle Kang.
That is Danielle
right
Kang.
there.
When she held the putt at 17 for the 4, it was almost like I meant to that go in, but now I know I'm going to go and play more.
And not able to get a win.
I got a black rainbow. Too handsome.
Judy, before the week began, we talked, and I know the numbers, the world rankings, everything else said the U.S. heavy favorites, but you thought this was the deepest team for Europe.
I did. Absolutely did.
And a good chance that they would win. And they have.
Yes.
Would you like to expound on that at all?
That's why you're the best.
It was
I
like
did.
a suggestion for you to go somewhere,
Well,
but
I did.
Yeah,
well,
I did.
then she
Yeah.
started playing the music, and I didn't really have a thought.
She started playing the music.
I mean, I'll go ahead and speak for you if you want, but
Yeah, well-
and answer my own question.
Well, you know, I've had a little trouble keeping track with
Thanks,
when we're
everyone.
on or when we're off when it's
We
playing
made it.
through things.
Well, it's
So-
not quite over yet, but
Okay,
it is for me.
I'll start. Huh? I'll come back and expound on that. I have this fly that thinks I'm its mother. Gee. Look, it's on my glasses. It's everywhere.
You can hear Jack cackling in the background.
I was
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I was busy. Okay. Well, this has just gone on too long now. That's all I can say. I've lost the plot.
Take Telly out if you can. But.
If we go on camera, could you actually talk?
I'll try.
Okay.
I'm a little bit like Danielle. I thought I was going to miss that putt, and then I made it.
6, 5, 4.
One down here on the tee at 18, Danielle Kang.
And I think she looked a little bit surprised to be walking to the next tee. But this one, right down the middle.
I was a little surprised that she was walking to the next tee because I kind of thought we had finished this thing. But she's walking to the next tee, and she might just save a half a point.
Might just say, hey, I want to put that half a point up on the board. Do whatever I can here.
All the European team just coming over. I think Emily's just ready to celebrate with them, too.
Go, Danielle.
So, Terry, I really didn't expound on your question, but I thought before I got here to Toledo that this European team looked very strong to me. I couldn't see a weak link, and I thought the U.S. really had to play well.
You've ignored my questions before. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
well,
It'll happen again.
I've thought about it a little longer
and
now.
we're going to break again, too.
You started your thought. She started playing.
She started the music again. She's playing you off at the Academy Awards again.
You know, you only have so long.
Getting the hook again.
Well, honestly, this fly right here has attached itself to me and my thing.
You know it's the same fly.
I do.
You don't know that.
Oh, I do.
Could be a cousin.
Watch there. See, it comes right back. Okay, don't kill it. It's okay. It's not hurting me.
Well, it might land on you during the on camera, though.
Well, now that is very possible. Very possible.
Do 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 do.
It is just they need to do something about finishing these matches.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what, but
Over. Count what's on the board. See you later. Yeah, can we record a couple minutes of the blimp noise?
Just waiting for the official number at the end of play over the course of these 3 days. One match out there. Danielle Kang, one down to Emily Pedersen as they get set for the ceremony to conclude it. And it'll be quite a celebration for Europe tonight here in Toledo.
Right, exactly. That's what
Emily Pedersen watching. Emily Pedersen first to play at 18.
It really is impressive the way Emily Pedersen has played this week, especially after her performance in 2017 at Des Moines. She really struggled after that and said that she's become a much more complete player, and she's really shown that this week.
very good shot.
Yeah, you're talking about using this week as a springboard for great things like Leona Maguire might do with all the confidence she gets from the performance. It can go the other way too if you don't play well.
Well, it can, and you know, it can go the other way if you are so intent on making the team and then you don't make it. I've actually seen it ruin careers. People who want this team so badly and it doesn't work out for them. But you know, this is an exceptional week because you have people have your back all week, and you're involved with other people. But the same is true in a regular golf tournament or a championship, when all of a sudden you can find your game that one special week, and it turns everything around.
Yeah, you do have that sense too that, and we've talked about it, but the difference between a major championship and say a Solheim Cup is that you're trying not to let so many people down this week.
That's right.
In a regular major championship, you think about your family, you think about those that supported you along the way, and you don't want to let
Guess
them
it wasn't
down.
enough, you're right.
You literally have people here that you're trying not to let down.
Yeah, walking alongside.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hang on to Harry's love handle right here. We've got 8-2.
It's plenty of it.
Should we say? Yeah. Who the fuck? Where's Mimi?
Where's Mimi?
Something like that.
Scoot down a bit.
Wow. And a match that's gone to 18. 16 of the 28 matches, and oftentimes you don't see this hole very often.
Kind of unheard of. It will show you the quality of the ability of these two teams.
How about that? How about that?
It is going to go down to the very last.
Could have been over quite some time ago.
Yeah, to have a completed score.
They made the putt back at 17, and now it's just a shake of the head from Katrina Matthew. So 2 for Pedersen. It is over except for this match and the final number.
Come on.
And the 2 final putts go in at 18 to close out the Solheim Cup here at Inverness Club in Toledo. And let the celebration get underway for Europe.
I think that away team bonding works pretty well for the Euro.
Yeah, you heard them talk about it today. We did yesterday, and that is true in any sport. You go on the road, it becomes you against the world, even more so this week without the fans.
There's something about Katrina Matthews' beanie. She is held in the highest regard by everyone that knows her. Male, female, our U.S. team, this team. She just does things right.
Has been for a long time as a player and now a 2-time winning captain of the Solheim Cup. From veterans to rookies, Leona McGuire maybe the MVP this week. Be a part of Toledo that'll be awfully loud through the night.
Yes.
Just getting things started here. They got the ceremony out there still to come, but it is Europe. Not only retains the cup, but they win the Solheim Cup here on American soil. They've gone back-to-back. Glen Eagle back in 2019, and now here at the Inverness Club in Toledo. Got the closing ceremony when we continue here on Golf Channel. Not a great vertical, but it works in the moment. Got to be some kind of feeling to come to the United States and keep the cup. The see them in a moment.
Competitors but friends.
Yeah, it was. I had so much fun. Good, I'm glad. You know, it's just crazy to see how they.
And Judy, Europe has now won 4 of the last 6 Solheim Cups.
It's pretty amazing. I think it just shows the growth of golf and the parity around the world.
First match today, we expected it to be a great one, and it was. Lexi Thompson taking on Anna Nordquist. Neither one giving in. One great shot on top of another. Coming down the stretch, that drivable, at times par 4, 284 here, but then he got it to the surface. Up around there, Lexi with a beautiful bunker shot. Eventually they take it to 18. The match would end in a tie. Lizette Salas until the Castrin at 16. 1 up at this point. Castrin, one of the great stories here just to make it to the Solheim Cup, be a part of the team. Salas with the birdie to tie. Came to 18 needing a win. Ernst for birdie to win the match. Kurtz Madsen. That's the thing, you come down the stretch and it looks like you see the developing story. Okay, Europe should have this together, but then the other matches are so close and anything could happen. We saw it happen the last time. Salas for birdie at 18, 1 down. The cup. Able to make it. Remember the action back at 15 at that point. Emily Pedersen, Danielle Kang, and whether or not they would tie that hole and basically wrap it up. But didn't matter there. Able to make the cut at 18 to close it out. People running away. Engage, enjoy it. So it's just started here. Much more to come from Toledo. Sing along time. Join in, Jude.
So good.
Different story on the other side. Pat Hurst talking to her team, and can't be an easy moment there. Proud of what they did, no doubt, but it is Europe taking the cup right here today, and not only retaining it, but winning it enough points to do just that. And they've now gone back-to-back Glen Eagles, and here they've won 4 of the last 6. When you think about this week, image-wise or memory, what's your takeaway from the week?
You know what I'm thinking this evening? I'm thinking that this started in 1990, and it was pretty small when it started, and how it has grown now till 2021, and how there's been generational change. How people that were some of the greats of the game at the time, you know, are now on the sidelines. Laura Davies is on the sideline, and she was so there when this thing started, and she was such an important person. And so a lot of new faces have come around. And the generational change even goes to our dear friend Julie Inkster, who was here for 3 different Solheim Cup captaincies, and now Pat Hurst is the captain. Pat Hurst played golf at San Jose State on a Julie Inkster scholarship.
That's pretty cool.
All of this stuff, and as more and more young girls and women become very good players, our sport is exploding.
But the major figures in the game still are here as a part of it, too, supporting it and wanting to be a part of it. That's what the event's all about.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much.
You're sitting next to me.
Yeah, but
every chance.
Yeah, No, it's spectacular what has happened. It's spectacular that these matches could be so close, that you could have 24 players of this caliber and it be as close as it actually has been.
The experience for players, always important at the Solheim Cup, whether you're a veteran or a rookie, but maybe no one it's bigger for this week than Leona Maguire.
Oh, my. I mean, Leona Maguire has this amateur record that you just can't touch. It's so wonderful. She becomes a professional. She's pretty good, but she hasn't caught fire. You know what? She caught fire this week, and I think that this will take her to new heights in professional golf.
5-4, the win today over Jennifer Kupcho, also a rookie, but who's also played great.
Played every match.
Yeah, played every one, and you saw her this morning, was not out of energy at all.
Not at all.
So what a week for first player from Ireland to be a part of the Solheim Cup, and officially the win. Europe once again back-to-back here. 2 straight Solheim Cups. The closing ceremony about to get underway as we send it over to Grant.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the closing ceremony for the 2021 Solheim Cup. I'm Grant Boone, and it is my pleasure to be the master of ceremonies tonight. And whether you're here in Toledo watching or you're viewing on television around the world, what a joy it was this weekend to watch the shot making, the passion, and in the midst of the heat of the moment, uncommon acts of grace on both sides. And to you, Toledo, a city that has been such a gracious host to women's golf, going back some 60 years, and for the last 35 years hosting an LPGA event, and now hosting for the second time an LPGA event here at Inverness. Thank you for creating such a great experience, including right here at this first and 10th tee all weekend long. And now would you please join me in welcoming both of the Solheim Cup teams, escorted by their caddies, the players, the captains for 2021. One more round of applause for the U.S. and European Solheim Cup teams. At this time, we want to give special thanks to those who have helped make the Solheim Cup possible and who have built its history along with these great players and captains. Would you please join me in thanking John Solheim and the Solheim family? founding partner, Ping, and global partners, Rolex and Marathon. Thank you. We can't say enough about what the Inverness Club has meant to the LPGA and women's golf in the last 13 months. Many of you know this, but when the LPGA was beginning its restart after the pandemic shutdown, they approached Inverness Club, and within a month, Inverness said, yes, we'll give up a week at the peak of our summer, and we'll host the Drive-On Championship. Now they have hosted the Solheim Cup. Would you please thank Director of Grounds, John Zimmers, Dr. Casper, the Inverness Board, and the entire Inverness Club. An amazing venue that we hope will host more big women's golf events in a very short time. We want to thank also our local sponsors for your involvement. We felt your support from day one. We're thankful to the city of Toledo and the state of Ohio for making all of us feel at home this past week. Thank you, Northwest Ohio. You've been so good to the LPGA. You can't have any kind of golf event, much less one of this magnitude, without an enormous number of volunteers. So thank you to Meg Ressner and Richard Highland, the volunteer coordinators, for the 2,000 volunteers who worked this weekend. Thank you. Everyone raised the bar this week, and all of us as fans were the beneficiaries. And now for that crowning moment we've all been waiting for. What a day of competition it was. Came down to the last few moments. Yet another example of what makes this event so special. It's a moment that the European team has anticipated for 2 years. And now it's time for John Solheim, Ping Chairman and CEO, to come up and present this beautiful Solheim Cup trophy to the winning team. John. And Katrina Matthew, you know how this is done. Come on up.
Holy Toledo. Toledo, you did a wonderful job of making my father, Karsten Solheim, and Louise Solheim so proud of this event. It just, it's their dream. Thank you for making their dream happen. Inverness, what a wonderful course. Thank you so much for it. Marathon and Rolex, thank you for being our partners in this. And my team, the Ping team up here, all of them here and in Phoenix, thank you for making me to be able to do this. U.S. team, you really fought hard. Wow, I thought you were going to come back, and thank you. And before I get on to the real thing, I want to see everybody at Spain, because that's going to be fun there. And you're going to have to defend again. Yeah.
This is the fun part.
This is the fun part, yeah.
Especially for her.
Yeah. Katrina Matthews, thank you so much for your team, and wow, did you guys play hard. And thank you. And I'm very proud to hand this trophy again to you.
Does it feel like it did 2 years ago?
It certainly does. You know, obviously 2 years ago at Gleneagles in Scotland was fantastic, but this time, you know, in America, we were up against it. The Americans were a fantastic team this year. They played hard, but we just perhaps hold a few more putts, and we're lucky to came out on top. So I'd like to thank my team. Had a fantastic team. We've had, and the captains, and our helpers and our caddies and just everyone, the LET staff. You know, we've been one big team, and we've loved every moment of it.
Well, not only does your team know American soil quite well, the name of the club is Scottish. And you came here to Inverness with the Loch Ness Monster on the bottom of your golf bags. And we saw something that was almost as rare as a Nessie sighting, and that is a European win in the United States. You were part of the team in 2013 as a player that won in Colorado, and now you're the captain of the team that's won here in Toledo. What does it mean to do it here for a second time?
I don't know if I can put it in words, actually. You know, just, it's not really sunk in yet. Actually, today was, we got off to such a good start, winning those, you know, so many 3 points in the first few games, and then it looked pretty close. We knew it was going to be close, and then just coming to Matilda, obviously holding that fantastic putt in 18 to get her full point. And then Emily closing out on 18 was just, you know, dream come true stuff, really. I'm not sure how many of my team knew it was a Loch Ness Monster.
I think they will now. Your team had veterans like Anna Nordquist, whom you put out first to hit the very first shot. You put her out first earlier today. And you also had some players who, within the last year, weren't even on perhaps even your radar, and they contributed mightily to this win today. Tell us about your team.
I think we were a team of 12. They all contributed. You know, we couldn't have done it. Not one person doesn't win it. We need all 12 of them. So just a huge congratulations to the whole team.
You're 2 for 2. Might you do it again in Spain?
No, that's over to someone else.
No mas, says Katrina Matthews. Celebrate with your team. For both teams, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have just finished the 17th Solheim Cup, but I know the Europeans are excited for the next one on their soil, and I know the Americans are fired up to get over there in 2 years. We are headed to Spain, to Finca Cortesín, Colta del Sol in Andalucía, Spain, and to get us ready, let's take a look at the video boards.
Blue and red. Power and touch. Focus and feelings. Success and failure. Europe versus USA. For the first time ever, the biggest event in women's sport will be held in Spain. Solheim Cup, Finca Cortesín, Andalucía, Spain, 2023. Vamos, girls.
Thank you to both teams, the U.S. team and the European team, for an unforgettable weekend of golf. Thank you, Toledo. Thanks to all of you watching. We'll see you in Costa del Sol in 2 years. Good night.